Imagine a nation reeling from civil war, with its southern states left in ruins and their social and political structures shattered. How do you even begin to rebuild not just cities and infrastructure, but entire systems of governance and society itself, especially when deeply ingrained practices like slavery have just been abolished? Following the Civil War, new state governments in the South were formed through a complex and often contentious process known as Reconstruction, involving presidential directives, congressional mandates, and the participation of newly enfranchised Black citizens and white loyalists. This period aimed to reintegrate the Confederate states into the Union while attempting to establish civil and political rights for formerly enslaved people. The process was largely driven by conflicting visions for how to reunite the country and redefine citizenship. Initially, President Andrew Johnson favored a lenient approach, requiring states to ratify the 13th Amendment abolishing slavery. However, when many Southern states quickly enacted restrictive Black codes, Congress, dominated by radical Republicans, asserted its authority. They believed in a more thorough transformation, insisting that former Confederate states adopt new constitutions guaranteeing universal male suffrage, including for Black men, and ratify the 14th Amendment, which granted citizenship and equal protection under the law. This congressional intervention, often enforced by federal troops, laid the groundwork for genuinely new political structures. To establish these governments, states first held constitutional conventions. These conventions, often attended by a significant number of Black delegates for the first time in history, drafted new state constitutions that were remarkably progressive for their era. They typically included provisions for public education, broader democratic participation, and social welfare programs. Once ratified by voters, these new constitutions paved the way for elections, bringing new coalitions of Black and white Republicans into power, often against fierce resistance from former Confederates. These newly elected legislatures then ratified the 14th and later the 15th Amendment, which secured voting rights for Black men, completing their reentry into the Union. An often overlooked aspect of this era is the significant role of the Freedmen's Bureau. Established in 1865, this federal agency not only provided vital aid to formerly enslaved people and poor whites, but also played a crucial part in organizing political meetings, protecting Black voters, and helping to mediate the complex transition from slavery to free labor. It provided a framework for political mobilization that empowered communities to participate in the formation of these new governments, influencing everything from constitutional provisions to legislative priorities. This collaboration between federal intervention and local organization was instrumental in shaping the political landscape. Understanding this intricate process reveals how the nation grappled with profound questions of democracy and equality, laying foundational legal principles that would resonate for generations. It highlights the ambitious, though ultimately challenged, effort to redefine American citizenship and governance, providing a vital historical lens through which to view ongoing struggles for civil rights and political participation in the United States.